Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Somebody's trying to create this pattern. Pretty cool. I'm not sure about all the colors I picked, and I'm just going to start from scratch. Let's take with our ratio locked, I unlocked it a while ago. Let's make so I'm going to lock my ratio. I'm going to make this thing 6 inches. Then I'm going to unlock my ratio. And I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate and make the next one 3 inches. That way I've got a perfect same size. I'm going to take this, I can actually move it around and have it snap to there. His question is, he's trying to use the transformation docker on SKU, I've never really ever used. But let's open up the Docker's transform or transformation, and let's use this point, and let's go negative 35 degrees. See, it's skewing it. I'm skewing that's what he was doing wrong. He's skewing the X, and he needs to skew the Y. So this will work. But by the time you do that, and see, you've got to figure out where you're at. So let's go from the top. Well, maybe I need to go a negative 35. There we go. So that worked. But let's don't use that. That's a pretty cool deal. But if you'll shift select both these outer sides, go up to object and convert them to a curve, set your nudge distance on like 2 inches, grab your nodes, grab these other 2 nodes and just hit them up. And you've skewed them exactly what you wanted. Well, you could change it to 3 inches. You could change it to 1 inch. Let's use different colors this time. Let's use yellow in the middle. Let's use that purple and the light blue. Now, I would strongly suggest you take away the outline, and I would Control G to group it together. And now I'm going to make this thing 2 inches. Wow. Okay, I had my ratio unlocked. That way it'll be 2 inches. Now I'm going to set my nudge factor on 2 inches, and I can Control D all day long. Now I'm going to group this together, Control G, and we're going to throw a little math into here. The size of this now is 5.88. I think it was 0.588. 0.588. And we're going to get this and we're going to make a duplicate. But now we had it nudged at 2. Let's nudge it to 1 inch and move them over. See, that put it exactly where we wanted it. And you could keep doing that, but since that is going to work out, to Control G, Control D, and you know what? We're at 1.176, 1.176. You can take that whole thing and just nudge it down as many as you want. Now, what's cool about this is we can change the background. And first of all, we could square it up. Let's say we wanted to square it up from right there. We could take we need to group this together. Control G. Get our rectangle tool, and I've got so much going on my computer right now. Let's go from that top mid node down to that one. And then we're going to select them both. We're going to go up here to intersect. And by doing that, it squared it off our pattern and made it kind of equal. We can move that out of the way. And we could actually use that same triangle. Let's just delete all this. Let's hit P, put this in the center of the page, which really doesn't matter in this case. Let's move this out of the way. Well, that's good enough. Let's select this. Select it and hold down the Shift key, double click on the rectangle tool. I need to get that black out of there. Now we got the rectangle picked. We can make it black. Go up to object, or excuse me, go up to object, order, back a page. And look at that. This would be a good one to clone because then you could change the individual colors. Well, we're still picked on the black. Let's take away the outline by right clicking. And we could make it red. We could green, any color that we're not using. I mean, that's pretty cool. You know, just a gray. Let's go down the stream to a brown. Pretty cool effect. Pretty good. I like it. Little different pattern. Anyway, I hope that helped them a little bit. And thank you for watching.